So in the recent past, we showed you guys this like word association game where a candidate is brought up to voters and the voters have to say like the first word that comes to mind when they hear that candidate's name. Well, now we have a new one, and it's on Kamala Harris. I believe previously they did it on Republican presidential candidates and Democratic presidential candidates. This one is of Kamala Harris. Okay. First, let's start with Democrats. Let's ease into it and see what we got going on here. Okay. So how would you describe Kamala Harris in one word among Democrats? Number one, they say smart. Okay. Then we have strong. Obviously, the bigger the text, the more people said it, the more common the answer. So number one is smart. Then we got strong. Then we get decent. We get incompetent and awesome are about the same size. We have weak, intelligent, competent, trustworthy, excellent, centrist, vice, I'm assuming for vice president, cop, and did I say weak already? Weak, fine, moderate, uncharismatic, inspiring, unseen, sidekick, woman. So anyway, you can see them all on screen here. I tried to give you like the bigger ones there. So as far as Democrats go, not terrible, but not great. Not great. The fact that like weak is up there, decent, incompetent, the fact that those are up there, not good. Because usually when you're talking about members of your own party, it's going to be overwhelmingly positive, and this one is more of a mixed picture. But still, perhaps better than I expected given her history, okay? All right, now let's go to independent voters and what they think of Kamala Harris. Buckle up, man. Buckle up. Number one, incompetent. Then we get dumb, joke, useless, idiot, inept, weak, stupid, loser, clueless. Strong, we got one positive one there. Unqualified. And then when you get to the smaller ones, you get like liar, evil, normal, fake, empty, robot, traitor, social, awful, poop, yuck, Y-U-K, I don't even know what that means. Oh, Y-U-C, like Y-U-C-K, like yuck. There's also Y-U-C-K up there too. Unknown, neutral. You got some positive ones, smart, impressive. That's really all we got. They're passionate, women, ineffective, bad, negative, liberal, ridiculous, C-word. They had to censor some of them. Underemployed, what? Ineffectual, annoying, fine, cool, goofy. All right, anyway, you get the gist of it. Not good. Not good. Especially because, you know, look, there's a lot of chatter about, should Joe Biden step aside? He's kind of 712 years old, and this is dangerous at this point in time, when it's the most important election of our lifetimes. But, like, the sad reality is this. If Joe Biden were to step aside, the heir apparent is Kamala Harris. I understand she did terrible in the election last time. I understand nobody likes her, but the cachet of being a VP, launches you into the stratosphere for the next presidential run. So if he were to step aside, we could potentially get Kamala Harris, which would be worse than Joe Biden's dusty carcass being propped up and run again. I'm serious. Like I always tell you guys, there's two scenarios I could think of that are worse than Joe Biden running. One of them is Kamala Harris. The other one is Pete Buttigieg. I think Kamala is the worst possible scenario. And when you look at these descriptors from independent voters, I wouldn't even want to see the Republican ones, man. God damn, they probably had to censor every single thing the Republicans were saying. But this ain't going to do it, man. This ain't going to do it. As weak as a candidate as Joe Biden is, he already beat Trump once, and, he's the inoffensive grandpa, effectively, right? With Kamala, I don't think she has what it takes to win the state she needs to win in order to win the presidency. So Biden stepping aside could actually, in a weird way, be disastrous. Like I said, there's a number of scenarios, 5 or 6 scenarios where Biden steps aside and it's better. But there's 2 scenarios where it is definitely, in my opinion, worse. And Kamala being like the number one option for if Biden steps aside is honestly a worst case scenario. And that's one where my thinking might flip and I might actually put Trump as a favorite against somebody like Kamala. So don't take my word for it. Take the word of the independents and the moderates and the people that you're going to need in order to win a general election in 2024. And they are crystal clear. how they feel about Kamala. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.